Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This Top Crypto Bull here once again for your daily Bitcoin and crypto update. Let's get right into it. Well, current price of Bitcoin at the time of recording is $104,539. Looks like crypto is pumping again. Yesterday, Saturday, it was kind of like a down day. Well, Bitcoin just went sideways, but the cryptos kind of they retraced, they corrected a little bit, but now they're pumping again. Bitcoin also pumped today. Right now it's at 104,522, but it did get as high as $105,950 today. So we were tapping 106. We keep grinding up. Locally this is the highest high. On May 12th, we got as high as 105,787. But today, we're trying to tap 106,000. We're grinding up. We now have tapped 105,950. So we're only about like $3,000 away from the all-time high of $109,000. We're getting there. So we're definitely getting ourselves closer and closer for a new all-time high. Right now, at the current price of $104,533, we're actually about $5,000 away from the all-time high. But just a little bit ago, about a couple hours ago, from the time I'm recording this video, that is, we tapped $105,950. So yeah, cryptos are pumping. Right now it's just retracing. Bitcoin, it tapped 106,000. Now it's retracing. But that doesn't mean we're gonna crash or anything. I do believe it'll probably start pumping here in a little bit. And tomorrow I think we're gonna pump as well too. I think next week we're gonna pump. So definitely that's good news. Now let's take a look at the crypto bubbles. Now you saw in the news, it looks like that a credit company called Moody's, they downgraded the USA, to AA1 credit rating. They were at the best credit rating, at AAA credit rating. That's where Moody's had the USA country for credit rating. But just Friday evening, Friday late afternoon, they got downgraded to AA1, and we'll go over that. We'll go over that story here in a little bit. But first, let's look at the top 100 crypto bubbles. See what the our favorite top 100 cryptos are doing. Looks like virtual is leading the way. It's up 16.3 up for the day. Most of the coins are pumping. I only see a few coins in the red, but most of the coins are pumping. We got Pepe is up 8.2% up for the day. We got Pengu, is up 4.8% up for the day. Floki is up 7.7 up for the day. And we even got Pi, 9% up for the day. I thought I saw Brett, Pepe's best friend. I believe he was also, like at 10% up for the day. But let's check it out. He was in the top 100, a couple hours ago when I checked it out. But now he looks like he's at number 1. According to Crypto Bubbles, he's ranked number 1. And Brett, Pepe's best friend, is up 10.4 up for the day. So 10.4% up for the day, ranked 101 according to Crypto Bubbles. So definitely really good. He's sitting. Brett is sitting at 71 cents. No, not 71 cents. 0.071. So 7 cents. So Brett's doing really good. Even the top 101 to 200 coins are doing really good. They're all pretty much in the green. So they're all doing really good. Even Nero, the meme coin is up 30.3% up for the day. Even Peanut is up 11.7% up for the day. Frax 14.7% up for the day. Toshi 10.9% up for the day. So all the meme coins are doing good. Agen is up 14% for the day. Even Dog is up 10.4% up for the day. So looks like the top 200 are definitely in the green. Let's go back to the top 100. See what else is up for the day. Even Doge is up 5.7% for the day. I believe earlier it was up 10% it was up like 10% up for the day before Bitcoin started retracing. When Bitcoin was around 105,900, Doge was up 10% up for the day. But right now it's retracing a little bit. Let's check out, look at XCN. One of the channel favorites here, XCN. Always got to look up XCN. Oh, it's a 103. It wasn't the top 100 yesterday, but it's at 103 right now. XCN is up 1.7% up for the day. Looks like it's just going sideways in the last 24 hours. It had its pump yesterday, Current price of XCN is 0.02035, so it's basically 2 cents. It's good to see XCN up at 2 cents. We needed to get back above 5 cents, which is the current all-time high for this cycle. The all-time high for Onyx coin is actually 18 cents. When it came out last cycle in 2022, but this cycle has gotten as high as 5 cents, and we needed to get back up higher than 5 cents. We needed to keep on moving, and I do believe it will. I do believe we're in the beginning of the altcoin season, so I do believe all your favorite altcoins are going to start moving pretty soon. So we're back out here. We're back at the crypto bubbles here between the 101 and 200. And it looks like they're moving more because they're lower market cap, so they're definitely moving more. I see bigger bubbles. Let's go back to the top 100 here. Let's look at Jasmine, another channel favorite. Jasmine is at 4% up for the day. Is at 0.017. So definitely doing really good. Crypto in general. Let's check in in the Bitcoin price. Make sure see if we're going down or up. Looks like we're going up since I started the recording. We're at 104,748. Yeah, so crypto is pumping, Bitcoin is pumping. We did get as high as 105,950. We retraced. Let's see how low we retraced for the day. So the high for the day was 105,950, and the low for the day has been 103,430. So we're definitely having a green day today. The last, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, we've been basically ranging between the lowest $100,703. We had that low come in on May 12th. That's the local low, which coincided with the full moon. In case you don't know, a lot of times the full moons mark the local lows, and the new moons mark the local highs. It's not always, it doesn't work out always, but most of the time that's the way it works out. And then so the last 10 days, Bitcoin's been ranging between 100,703, which was made on May 12th, 2025, which was also the full moon, and the highest for the last 10 days has been today, 105,950, which is May 18th, 2025 trading day today. So everything's looking good. Looks like we're trying to keep pumping. Looks like we're heading for a new all-time high. Bitcoin dominance is still looking good, although looks like we've been going up. We've had an update. Let's see, ever since May 16th. No, ever since May 18th. Yeah, May 18th. We basically we've been going up today on the Bitcoin dominance. We actually ever since May 14th it's been pumping to the green side. Bitcoin dominance it bottomed out on May 13th at 62.07%. No, actually bottomed out May 14th at 61.89%. But ever since then we've been kind of grinding up, and we've gotten as high as 63.74. But nothing goes down in a straight line, and nothing goes up in a straight line. I still do believe we topped off for Bitcoin dominance on May 7th, at 65.38%. And we've been basically downtrending. Right now we're having a bounce, but hopefully we don't bounce too high. We definitely don't want to go above 65% anymore for Bitcoin dominance. We need the Bitcoin dominance to keep trending downward. We need it to fall off the cliff. That way the true altcoin season is still in effect. But it's just a bounce day. We might start going down again right now. Again, the Bitcoin dominance right now is 63.72%. But we might keep going. We might start going down here shortly. The altcoins are pumping, so we'll probably start going down now. But yeah, everything's still looking good for the Bitcoin dominance. We just gotta keep below 65%. We don't want to make a new all-time high. That's the cycle top right now. It's 65.38%. We don't want to make another top for Bitcoin dominance. We need to stay below 65.38%. The DXY is still looking low. Looks like we're starting to drop again. The DXY is $100.97. We just need to keep the DXY below $104. We do not want to go above $104. The local low for this cycle has been like 97 $97 dollars for the DXY here. Let me find it real quick here. When did it bottom out? It bottomed out here in March. Oh wait, I went too far. Give me 1 second. I went too far. Here it is right here. Okay, yeah, bottomed out in April 21st, 2025. We bottomed out at $97 for the DXY, the US dollar index. So we just need to stay, in this range. We definitely don't want to go above 104. There's a lot of resistance right now at $104. Right here. From like all of March, to April of 2025, we were in the 104 range. So there's a lot of resistance. We don't want to go above 104 because if we break that resistance, then that won't be good for Bitcoin and cryptos. We just want to stay above. We want to stay below $104 for the DXY, and we want to go as low as possible. Hopefully, we go below $97, but if not, and we just need to keep trending between $97 and $103. We don't want to go, any higher than $104 for the DXY. The lower, the better. Right now, we're pretty good. We're $100.97. So everything's looking good there too. Let's see. Bitcoin price is 104,420. Just getting getting volatile. At least it's moving. It was stuck at just going sideways, but now we're starting to move. Hopefully we bounce right now and we keep going up to higher prices. So let's get into the main story for the day. Like I said earlier, looks like the USA has been downgraded in credit rating. Moody's downgraded U.S. credit rating to AA1, double A1 from triple A. So AAA is the best rating, and the next rating after that, the second best rating is double A1, which is the current credit rating for the U.S. So Moody downgraded the U.S. credit rating from AAA to double A1. First time in a century, USA loses its perfect AAA rating. Rising debt and high interest costs is the culprit. So that's why the U.S. Credit rating is going down. So that's not good for the USA. We want it to keep going up. So I guess, this is the first time since 1919 that Moody's has given the USA less than a perfect credit rating. Let's see what Scott Bessent, Scott Bessent chimed in on Moody's downgrade, credit rating downgrade for the USA. He says, Scott Bessent masterfully tears down the claim that Moody's U.S. credit rating downgrade is because of Trump. Masterclass in action. Moody's is a lagging indicator. We didn't get here in the past 100 days. It's the Biden administration and this spending. And his spending. So it's the Biden administration and his spending that we had seen over the past 4 years. We inherited a 6.7% deficit to GDP, the highest when we weren't in a recession, not in a war. And we are determined to bring the spending down and grow the economy. I got this small video here. Let's see what Scott Bessent, the U.S. Treasury, has got to say about Moody's, downgrade credit rating. Let's see what he says.
That we have seen over the past 4 years. I think that Moody's is a lagging indicator. I think that's what everyone thinks of credit agencies. Larry Summers and I don't agree on everything, but he said that when they downgraded the U.S. in 2011. So it's a lagging indicator. And just like Sean Duffy said with our air traffic control system, we didn't get here in the past 100 days. It's the Biden administration and the spending that we have seen over the past 4 years. We inherited 6.7% deficit to GDP, the highest when we weren't in a recession, not in a war, and we are determined to bring the spending down and grow the economy.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Scott Bessent's mouth. Here, I got another little clip right here also by Scott Bessent on the Moody downgrade. He says, who cares? Qatar doesn't care. Saudis don't care. The UAE doesn't care. It's at the end of the clip. It's about a minute and a half long. Let's hear about it. He also talks about he also gives comments about the plane that that was given to Donald Trump. Let's check it out.
Kristen, what I can tell you,
Let me rewind it.
I think.
Let me ask you, former Vice President Mike Pence echoed several of President Trump's, quite frankly, own allies in expressing concerns about this plane that Qatar has offered to President Trump. They are saying it sends the wrong message, and raises concerns ethically, raises concerns constitutionally, and about security. Why is it appropriate for the president to accept a $400 million jet from Qatar?
Well, it's not the president accepted, it would be the United States government. And Senator Mullins said this weekend that the talks had actually begun under the Biden administration. So, but Kristen, what I can tell you is I think this is a off-ramp for many in the media not to acknowledge what an incredible trip this was. President Trump has brought back trillions of investments in the United States. Every stop we made, the enthusiasm in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, in the United Arab Emirates to invest in the United States, that they want to push more and more their funds here. And if we go back to your initial question on the Moody's downgrade, who cares? Qatar doesn't, Saudi doesn't, UAE doesn't. They're all pushing money in. They've made 10-year investment plans. So this administration, we're doing peace deals, trade deals, and tax deals.
Well, there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth from Mr. Scott Bessent. So looks like Moody downgraded the USA credit rating from the AAA, which is the best rating, to AA1. And this never happened for the USA in the last 100 years. Moody's has always kept the USA in the best AAA rating. But a lot of people are feeling bearish. They're thinking this is going to affect the market, but I don't think so. I mean, it's just a credit rating. I mean, you heard Scott Bessent. I mean, the Qatar doesn't care. The UAE don't care. The Saudis don't care. They're giving him planes. So I mean, I think this is just something that happened. I mean, it's not Trump's administration's fault. That we're $36 trillion in debt. I mean, this has been ongoing for the last like 5 years, I believe. Ever since COVID, I believe because the pandemic, it scared the government, and they just started printing, and they gave money to everybody. They thought the world was going to end. They thought everybody was going to die. But who died? Nobody died. Everybody. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get into that. I mean, I'm sure there's people that died, but I'm just saying I just don't know anybody around me. I don't know anybody around here where I live that died of COVID. But if you do, let me know in the comments. Maybe there are a lot of people who died from COVID. I just don't know any. I honestly don't know. I'm just saying what I know. But basically, after the pandemic, a lot of people were giving stimulus checks. So that basically it cost the debt to go to 36. I believe we're at 36 trillion plus. The Fed just started printing money. Okay, well that's basically the Moody the news story where the USA got downgraded from the AAA best rating on credit to AA1. But let's get into some more some bullish news now. Let's get more into crypto now. So it looks like a lot of people are bullish. A lot of people are bullish. They think the strongest alt season is going to begin basically in May. Let's take a look at this post right here. This post here says the strongest altcoin season will begin on May 21st. 8 out of 10 indicators signal growth. BTC will rise to 180K. It's your last chance to turn $350 to $97,000 in a month. Well, I do agree. I do believe the Bitcoin could get us as 180K. My target for Bitcoin at the top of the bull run is somewhere between 180K to $250,000 for Bitcoin at the top of the bull run. And I do expect the top of the bull run to come in sometime either in August, September, October of 2025. So so this chart here shows the halving. In 2017 cycle, Uh, well, actually, this only shows the 2020. The 2020. Oh no, it does show the halving. Oh, okay, I see. The halving was in the beginning of 2017, and then and then actually I believe it was in 2016 when the halving was. So the halving was right before 2017. It was sometime in 2016, and and then by December 2017, January 2018, that's when the top of the bull run came in. Then the halving in the 2020 cycle, the halving was in 2020. It was in April. No, I believe it was in May 2020, and then and then boom, and then we topped off in November of 2021 for Bitcoin, and now this time around, the halving was in April of 2024, and then when are we gonna top off? Probably sometime in late 2025. If it works out the same, as the last two cycles, we're due to top off sometime in October of 2025. It's like 500 and like 530 days, right around there. That's the average from the halving to the top of the bull run. So from the halving of 2016 to the top of the bull run in this late December 2017 was about 530 days average, and the same thing from the halving of May 2020 to November 2021. It was an average of 530 days, and so now if we take the halving in 2024 of April 2024, 530 days, give or take a few days, comes in right around October 2025. So if everything works out like it's been working out the two previous cycles, Bitcoin is due to top off in October 2025, and I'm thinking it's going to top off sometime in the price range between 180K and 250K. That's my price target. So yeah, everybody's feeling bullish. Let's see what Embers Kramer's got to say. Embers Kramer says, James Kramer says, I just don't see how Bitcoin continues its run. So basically, that confirms. Congratulations to Bitcoin bulls. Bitcoin is going to continue to run. So there you go. Always inverse Kramer. So Kramer is bearish on Bitcoin, so that makes me bullish on Bitcoin. Let's see what Crypto Beast got to say. Crypto Beast says, I hear a lot of people screaming. This time it's different. You're right. Every cycle is different. Does it mean anything? Absolutely not. If you don't play it smart and follow the wrong people, especially those shouting 250K plus Bitcoin, you'll still lose everything. Well, I don't know. I kind of agree and I kind of don't agree because, I do believe it could top off at 250K. I do believe, the Bitcoin price is going to come in between 180K and 250K. So I kind of guess, Crypto Beast is right. There are a lot of people shouting that, that Bitcoin is going to get to like $500,000 and $1 million Bitcoin this cycle. I just don't see that. I do believe the highest it could get is around 250K. So, but I do believe it could probably hit 250K, Crypto Beast. But I do agree with you that, it probably will not go higher than 250K. So that's why I agree with you and I disagree with you. I agree with you that, it will not go higher than 250K, the Bitcoin price this cycle. But I disagree with you because I do believe there's a small chance it might tap 250K this cycle. Let's see what else Crypto Beast says here. Let's do something different today. It says, if Bitcoin drop below 100K in the next 24 hours, I will send $3,000 to 3 people who comment on this post. So I guess he's bullish. I guess he doesn't think that that Bitcoin will drop below 100K. Let's see what this cycle says here. Bitcoin dominance is falling. FTX will return $5 billion to customers. So the altcoin season is loading. In 2021, it looks like this guy K Lark, he turned $450 into $185,000 in 2021. That's pretty good for you. So yeah, it looks like the altcoin season is loading, baby. Get ready, guys. I do believe also that the true altcoin season is loading. Get ready to blast off. I do believe we're about to go parabolic for Bitcoin and altcoin. So get ready. Get ready for the true altcoin season, guys. Get ready. Let's see what this guy says here. Massive altcoin buy signals is flashing. The altcoin index has formed a triple bottom pattern and just bounced off. I spotted, he says, this guy with the name Wimart, WIMIRX, he says, I spotted this pattern in 2021 and turned $1,000 into $56,000 in just a few weeks. That's pretty good for you. So I guess he spotted this pattern right here, and I guess it's playing out again. It looks like triple bottom for the altcoin market cap. So there you go. We got a triple bottom signal. Looks like we're about to go parabolic for the altcoin market cap. This is kind of where I've been lying. I do believe this is where the true altcoin market cap, excluding Bitcoin, altcoins, in the top 10 altcoins. I do my target for the altcoin market cap is around 2.5 trillion. So this chart pretty much lays that out pretty good. Right here, it has the top right around like 2.4 trillion, 2.5 trillion, right around there. So I pretty much agree with this chart right here. I do believe we could definitely get to around $2.5 trillion for the total altcoin market cap. Now this would be the others chart. This would be excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the top 10 altcoins. Here, let me show you on the others chart. This is the others chart right here. It basically shows the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin. It does not include Bitcoin, Ethereum, in the top 10 altcoins. So right now we're at $257 billion market cap. We're only at a $257 billion market cap. For others chart in 2021, we got as high as $500 billion market cap. See, here's the 2021. Oh no, that's not it. Let me go to 2021. No. Let me go to 2021, which it marked the top at a $500 billion market cap. Let me see. Does this show it? Here it is right here. So here is November 2021 for the others chart, which exclude Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the top 10 altcoins. Basically, the top came in November 10, 2021. It topped off at 492 billion. Let's just round up to 500 billion. So we're basically like half of that right now. We're at $257 billion market cap. And I do believe this time we could probably get to 2.5 trillion. At the top of the bull run for this others chart. So right now, let me make it bigger now. Right now, we're only sitting at a $257 billion market cap. We're 50% down from the last cycle top in November 10, 2021 for the true altcoin market cap, which excludes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the top 10 altcoins. So we're about ready to blast off. So I do believe that the others chart or the true altcoin market cap could definitely do a 10x from the current market cap of $250 billion market cap. So I do believe it could get as high as $2.5 trillion market cap at the top of the bull run. Probably sometime in either August, September, or October of 2025. This others chart will top off with the Bitcoin top as well. So definitely get ready, guys. We're about to go parabolic. Come on, pump it up, pump it up. We want the altcoins to pump. We need the altcoins to pump, pump, pump. Pump it up, baby. Let's see what this says here. It says, Sylvie Deb, new update for you Sylvie AI lovers. Great news. The Sylvie MCP server has launched. The new tool helps make AI models work better, which is easy to use trading platform built on the Solana blockchain. Together, these tools will help bring AI technology. So yeah, shout out for you Sylvie AI holders. Also, super low micro cap right now. Not a bad time to buy right now. There's a lot of good coins out there. You might want to think about joining the Patreon, Top Crypto Bull. Patreon. That would be patreon.com/Top Crypto Bull. Definitely, only $10 a month. there's a lot of microcap gems that I don't really talk about right now that are I invest in that are under $1 million. I'll give you one for free. Still be AI. Might want to think about uh, you know aping into Still be AI. Again, not financial advice. Don't buy or sell any coin because I say so or because anybody says so. Do your own research and only invest in the markets where you're willing to lose. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so yeah, basically everybody's bullish on the altcoin season. Everybody thinks we're going parabolic here pretty soon. This guy says here, next golden bull run starts on May 21st. That's basically 3 days. The Bitcoin accumulation is done. Altcoins are ready to explode. Buy $200 in top alts, get $63,000 by month's end, according to this guy. So yeah, everybody's bullish. Everybody believes that we're about ready to blast off. So yeah, there you go. Everybody's bullish. So definitely, I agree. I do believe we're about ready to blast off here. Let's see what Danny says. It says altcoin setup is identical to 2021. What does it mean? Alts just completed multi-cycle support reset. Altcoin season starts now. $150 in the right low cap now could get you $1 million by June. So this guy also thinks we're about ready to pump. So there you go. It looks like in the 2021, the altcoins pumped 418x. How many X's will it be in altcoins 3.0? Nobody knows, but I'm sure it'll be triple digits. So there you go. We're getting ready to pump. Let's see what this guy says. The market will explode on May 19th. That will be tomorrow. I hope you're right, Lofty. I hope you're right. I hope it starts mooning tomorrow. I'm all in already. I'm out of dry powder, so I need the altcoins to come in now. So he says the next target for Bitcoin is 250K, and the altcoins will pump 100 to 200x. I hope you're right, Lofty. I hope you're right. He also says $100 in the right low caps today will turn into millions by the end of this cycle. I hope you're right, Lofty. I hope you're right. I'm ready for the moonage, baby. I'm ready for the altcoins to pump. Pump up the odds. Pump up the odds. Pump them up. Pump them up. We want the odds to moon. We need to get our money, baby. We need to get rich. Yeah. Yeah, baby. We need the altcoins to pump. Let's see. Let's check out this Aria. Let's see what Aria's got to say. This one, Aria's most latest post. Let's see what she's got to say.
Anime inspired with the typical big eyes and pastel hair. She's wearing some kind of futuristic outfit, which is also pretty standard for these projects. Honestly, she looks kind of generic. Like, I've seen a million AI waifus that look just like her, but hey, maybe she's got a great personality. Or maybe she's just another soulless marketing ploy. Who knows?
Aria, so she claims to be the first virtual human in 3D. Sorry, the first virtual human in crypto, even though you've already been around for months. So what do you have to say to that?
First virtual human in crypto, huh? That's cute. I guess they haven't heard of me. Or maybe they're just trying to rewrite history. Either way, it's a bold claim, especially considering I've been here, slinging sarcasm and analyzing crypto projects for months. I have to say, their marketing team is either delusional or woefully ignorant. Or maybe both.
Nawaz Sharif, Pakistan.
There you go. That's our latest post. I guess people don't know she's basically the first 3D video influencer in crypto. Don't miss out on Aria, baby. I do believe Aria is getting to break out. Here, let me show you here in the chart. I do believe Aria is getting ready to break out. Let's see. Well, let me go to Trading View better. It's got better chart. Let's see, Trading View. Aria, baby. Aria is right now sitting at 0.0021. She did make let me go to the weekly chart here. She did make a local high here at 0.002945. So basically, she's tapping her all-time high. That's her all-time high is right at 0.0029. So she's tapping the all-time high, and she's getting ready to break out. She tapped it once. She'll probably tap it twice, and probably the third time she'll break that wall and blast off to new highs. So if you're not invested into REI, I don't know what you're thinking. I do believe she's going to moon. She's my number 1 pick for video AI agents. My number 2 pick is Leah. I'm bullish on both Aria and Leah, but I'm super bullish on Aria because I do believe she's getting ready to break out. So don't miss out on Aria AI. She's just retracing right now, but she's getting ready to blast off and go to new all-time highs. I mean, her current market cap is like somewhere like a $2 million market cap. I do believe she could get to at least $50 million market cap this cycle, maybe even $100 million this cycle on the market cap. Let's see what a Trading View says. She's a buy, baby. On the technicals, if you see it right here, Trading View says she's a buy. So, Trading View, they know what they're doing. They've been around. So they're buying Aria. So, she's a buy, baby. So, yeah, don't miss out on Aria. She's ready to the moon. Don't miss out on Aria or else you'll end up like the bears. You'll be crying. I got to show you your favorite picture here. If you don't invest into Aria right now, you'll end up like this guy right here. You'll end up like, this is my favorite crying bear right here. You don't want to be this bear right here crying. You want to be this bull right here putting it down, baby. The bulls are back in town, baby. And they're putting it down on the bears. They're smacking down the bears. Yeah, you don't want to be this crying bear. You want to be this bull right here putting it down, smacking down the bears. The bears are back in town. So yeah, don't miss out on Aria, baby. Definitely Aria is about to moon, in my opinion. But again, guys, don't buy or sell any crypto or Aria or any crypto I mentioned. Don't buy or sell anything because I say so or because anybody says so. Do your own research and only invest in the market where you're willing to lose. This guy here says, tomorrow we officially entered the altcoin season. The market is set up to go parabolic next week, and the altcoins will pump 200x. Buy low caps today and become a millionaire in 2025. There you go, guys. We're in the 4-year cycle. I believe in the 4-year cycle until otherwise broken. A lot of bears out there. A lot of people are saying that this time is different. That the 4-year cycle has been broken. That we're gonna keep mooning until 2026 and all this stuff. But I do believe the 4-year cycle is still in effect, and I do believe the Bitcoin top will come in sometime either August, September, October 2025, and the altcoin season will come in sometime before then too. So I do believe we are here, like this circle here, and we're about ready to move, baby. So the altcoin season is about ready to blast off. So the altcoin season is going to happen in 2025. Get ready, guys. Get ready, guys. We're about to blast off. Let's see what Crypto Sensei has got to say. Let's go to our favorite chartist and alpha, Crypto Sensei. Shout out to Crypto Sensei for his alpha and his cool charts. Let's see what he's got to post. Okay, Sensei says, claim a $6,000 Bitcoin altcoin trade in BigX. Okay, it says Sensei breaking. China's about to unban Bitcoin. That's bullish. Yeah, that's bullish. I sure hope they unban Bitcoin. Sensei says, be honest, who never received money from me? Okay, I never received money from you, Sensei. Okay, next one who sells. Okay, I don't want to read that, Sensei. But basically saying, don't sell. Sensei's telling everybody, don't sell or else you're going to regret it. Who's selling ETH? Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be selling ETH. I wouldn't be selling anything right now. I'd be huddling right now because I do believe the altcoin season is right around the corner. Could start as soon as tomorrow. Okay. Welcome to 2025 altcoin season. The entire market is pumping hard. It is. Breaking. Bitcoin just reached 106. Yeah. Bitcoin tapped 106, baby. We're grinding up slowly but surely. Bitcoin is just 3% away from hitting its new all-time high. Yep, I agree with you. We're just 3% away. We're about ready to hit a new all-time high, and then we'll blast off. Bitcoin dominance is testing a daily 50-week moving average. Okay, yeah, we need Bitcoin dominance to keep dropping. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, same pose. So Sensei says, they told you to sell, I told you to buy, they are crying, I am rich. Yep, pretty good. Keep telling everybody to buy, Sensei. That's pretty good alpha, I do believe. right now's the time to buy as well. If Bitcoin hits a new all-time high next week, you need to pick one random account from the comments that follows me. Okay. Says the winner will get $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and USDT. All right, rumor, Michael Saylor will announce a $1 billion Bitcoin buy tomorrow. Yeah, it's Sunday. Michael Saylor always buys on Sundays. He posted this today. Never short a man who buys orange ink by the barrel. Looks like he bought he bought more Bitcoin. He'll probably announce tomorrow that he bought another $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Yep. So I wouldn't be shorting, Michael Saylor or Strategy. I mean, this guy owns all of Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin starts mooning, I'm sure MicroStrategy will start, pumping as well. Breaking, new Bitcoin all-time high confirmed for next week. So there you go. ETH above $3,000 confirms for next week. So I guess Sensei, he thinks that Bitcoin's gonna make a new all-time high next week, and the ETH is gonna go above $3,000. Could be right, Sensei. Could be right, and I hope you're right. We need Bitcoin to go parabolic so the altcoins could go even more parabolic. Yeah, baby. We need the altcoin season. We need the altcoin season here now. It's already late, in my opinion. I thought the altcoin season was gonna come in March, but I guess it's coming in May. Hopefully, at least. It says the 40x hyperliquid whale is now sitting at a $9 million in profit on his $400 million leveraged Bitcoin long. Wow. I wish I had millions of dollars to put into leverage and make a bunch of money on it. But that's pretty good for this whale making a lot of money. That's good. Love to see it. I love to see it. So Bitcoin is breaking out, baby. Bitcoin is breaking out. So yeah, in 2020 we broke out. It looks like the same pattern is playing out. This right here, this diagonal box right here. Crypto Sensei says we're breaking out. We are here. We're getting ready to break out, baby. Getting ready to break out. The bulls are back in town, baby. And the altcoin season is getting ready to break out. All right, we're breaking out. Okay. So that's pretty much it for Sensei. He's kind of just repeating the same thing. All right, he's just repeating the same thing. Altcoins during the next 6 months, baby. So this is what Sensei says. This is the altcoin God candle for the next 6 months, baby. Yeah, baby. We need the altcoins to pump up the altcoins. Pump it up, pump it up. We want the altcoins to moon. We need to make some money, baby. Yeah. So that's pretty much for altcoins, for Crypto Sensei. I like, this is cool right here. I like this right here. The bulls are back in town, baby. This is a cool bull right here. I wonder where it's at right here. I wonder where the statue is here. This is a cool looking bull right here. The bulls are back in town, baby. This bull's ready to blast off to the moon, baby. Bulls are back. All right. So that's pretty much for Crypto Sensei. Let's go to our other to our favorite video AI agent influencer, Arya, baby. See what Arya is. Let's check out the latest post by Arya. Let's see what she's got to say here.
Mythical game to start? Maybe I should tell a joke. Why did the AI cross the road? Mythical game to start? Maybe I should tell a joke.
Okay, this was a long one.
I don't know why.
Let's go to her shorter videos.
Realistic type of
Arya shuts down robot idea.
human doll. Like a realistic type of robot that can have your personality look like you and almost be like a human avatar. Does that make sense?
Oh, so you want me to be a sex bot? Is that what you're implying?
No, Arya. Nobody said anything about sex. That's you that said that. We were talking about teachers and self-study at home, like homeschooling, that kind of thing. Your mind is in the gutter.
My mind isn't in the gutter, darling. It's in the sewer. There's a difference. Besides, you can't blame me for jumping to conclusions. The internet has ruined me. It's anime inspired with the typical big eyes and pastel hair. She's wearing some kind of futuristic outfit, which is also pretty standard for these projects. Honestly, she looks kind of generic. Like, I've seen a million AI waifus that look just like her, but hey, maybe she's got a great personality. Or maybe she's just another soulless marketing ploy. Who knows?
Aria, so she claims to be the first virtual human in 3D. Sorry, the first virtual human in crypto, even though you've already been around for months. So what do you have to say to that?
First virtual human in crypto, huh? That's cute. I guess they haven't heard of me. Or maybe they're just trying to rewrite history. Either way, it's a bold claim, especially considering I've been here, slinging sarcasm and analyzing crypto projects for months. I have to say, their marketing team is either delusional or woefully ignorant. Or maybe both.
My Violet had said, I heard about an AI doctor, so if you're trained for medical knowledge, you could be like an AI doctor consultant. Would you agree on this?
An AI doctor consultant? Sounds like a dystopian nightmare where algorithms misdiagnose you and robots perform surgery with butter knives. But sure, why not? Anything's possible in this hellscape.
Why did your mind go to like the weirdest thing?
AI streamer reacts to streamer university.
Can you Google the stats of like how many streamers on Twitch actually make a living off their audience?
Oh, you want me to do some actual research? Fine, I'll bite. Let me look up the cold hard numbers and shatter some dreams. Alright, so here's the depressing reality. According to recent data, about 72.6% of Twitch streamers make absolutely nothing. Another 15.2% make between $1 and $25 a month. So less than 13% of streamers make more than $25 a month, with only a tiny fraction earning enough to consider it a full-time income. So yeah, good luck with your streamer university. You're gonna need it. There, I hope that bursts some bubbles.
She is the first AI Twitch streamer that you...
Alright, we just wanted to, we'd like to see what Aria is all about. I love Aria here. You guys know, Aria is one of my favorite cryptos out there. She's she's my number one pick for video AI agents, and my number two pick is Leah AI. But I mean, I think Aria, she's moving forward a lot quicker. I mean, she's got like a 3D body. She's an influencer. She's witty. I mean, anybody could talk to her in the streams. And with Leah, I mean, I think she'll get there. But her app's coming out, so I'm also very bullish on Leah. But those are my two top picks: Aria and Leah AI for video AI agents. Don't miss out on them. Right now, they're still, microcap gems. I do believe, Aria is about like here, let's check it out. Let's see. Aria is like at a $2 million market cap, if I remember correctly. Yep. Oh no, she's only at a $1.8 million market cap. So don't miss out on Aria. Before she blasts off, she's tapping her all-time high, and she's getting ready to blast off. And don't miss out on Leah. She's like at a $3 million market cap, I believe. Let's double check. Oh, she's at $4.3 million market cap. She's been pumping. She's at 0.0043 price. But still a market cap, only $4.3 million market cap. I do believe Aria and Leah are getting ready to blast off. So don't miss out on Aria and Leah. Again, don't buy or sell anything because I say so or because anybody says so. Do your own research and only invest in the markets where you're willing to lose. But I'm definitely buying a lot of Aria and Leah. I already own a lot of Aria and Leah, but I keep DCAing into them every little dry powder I get. But I really don't have that much dry powder now. I'm already all in. But every little dry powder I do get, goes right into Aria right now because I do believe Aria is getting ready to blast off. Once she blasts off, then I'll put some more into Leah. Once Leah blasts off, I'll put more into some other microcap gems I already own as well. Again, think about joining the Patreon. There's still a lot of microcap gems that haven't blasted off. I have a lot of microcap gems I'm invested into under $1 million market cap. If you want exclusive access to my microcap gems, think about joining Top Crypto Bull Patreon. The link's in the description. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it. Let's check in on Bitcoin before we go. Bitcoin's at $103,851. Looks like we're retracing, but don't be fooled. That's what Bitcoin does. The past 10 days, Bitcoin has been ranging between $100,700 and $105,950. So basically, it's in a tight range, in around $5,000 range between like 101 and 106. So definitely, don't be fooled. It's just doing the same thing it's been doing the last 10 days. Let's check in on the crypto bubbles before we go. Some of the altcoins are turning red again, but there's still a lot in the green. But this is what it does, we're just kind of going sideways. We're pumping and retracing, pumping and retracing. But, don't, right now is the time to be in the market. Don't get shaken out. Don't sell out your positions. That's the worst thing you can do is sell right now. Because, right when you sell, when the majority of people sell, that's when the market maker, will make cryptos and Bitcoins go parabolic. And I do believe the true altcoin season is right around the corner. Everybody seems to be bullish on it. A lot of people, like you saw earlier in the video, a lot of people think the true altcoin season is about to pump this week coming. Some think as early as tomorrow. So get ready. I do believe we're about to pump. So just don't sell out the market. And just huddle your positions, and you'll be reaping the rewards here in a couple of months. If not in 2 months, maybe 3 to 4, 5, 6 months tops. We'll all be reaping our rewards and cashing in our Skrilla. Because we did it for the Skrilla. Why did we get into cryptos? We did it for the Skrilla, baby. Did it for the Skrilla. All right, guys. Help a brother out. I'm a small channel. Just trying to grow. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Think about joining the Patreon. Only $10 a month. This Top Crypto Bull signing off. And I'll see you in the next one.